tired of women.
That's no good. This no parents. Credit card.
Clap for that, you stupid bastard.
To front basket.
Hello.
Hi, we're here.
We're here.
We're queer.
Get used to it. Or something.
Get used to it. If you've watched all 123 episodes by now, you're probably used to
Probably
it.
pretty used to it, yeah. The queerness.
The queerness.
The absolute queerness.
The absolute queerness of it all. Mama.
Mama.
The house down boots, mama. I am gagging, mama.
I'm gagging for you, faggot. Where is that drop?
Oh, do we still have that one?
Yeah, it's...
Oh my god. It's an old one.
It's an old one. It's gonna
Are
be...
you sure?
There it is.
I am gagging for you, faggot.
Come on back.
Come on back. And she does her little crawl.
So we've had a pretty action-packed week, I would say.
We did. So, I mean, let's start with literally 7 days ago when we had to do our podcast early because what?
The white party.
We went to a white party, an all-white person party. I mean, an all-white party.
Yeah, which was funny because...
No, an all-white party is just what you go to in West Hollywood.
Yeah, very true. All white, all rich party.
Yeah. We went to an all-white clothes party. And... funnily enough, we were the only white people there.
Yeah, no, it's all black people. There was one Latina girl, but other
yeah,
than
but
that,
she was like a friend of the family who was hosting the party.
Yes.
So
And it was so funny, like the woman that invited us, well, both of them, they were like, "Oh, we thought you like," because she kept trying to like come to our table and entertain us.
yeah, she's like, "Are you guys okay?" Like,
and we were like,
we had a blast.
We had a fucking blast. We were like doing the Cupid shuffle, everything. I was like trying to dance.
In fairness, it was like the first time we had really like hung out with them.
Sure, yeah.
So like, I can understand why they might not expect us to. The trepidation of having two white gay men at a party that only has black people and like extended family of black people where everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
And we know nobody. I can understand why she was a little bit worried.
Sure, yeah, of course. But
she's like, "Oh man, I'm leaving my only white friends behind."
Yeah, no. Like, and that's like what was funny is like I think that when we started dancing, she got that like this is not a problem to us at all.
No, yeah, it was so fun.
And the food was so fucking good,
dude.
Oh my
I
God.
know.
Yeah, it was chicken that was marinated in something barbecued, and then they had collard greens, which I gotta say,
those
like
were so
that
good.
was because I said like a few of them there, but it's like since living in the South, it's really hard to find good collard greens around here.
Yeah,
those were like the best ones I've had in probably like over a decade.
Yeah, no kidding.
Then they had like this fried fish that was really good.
The fried fish was probably my favorite.
Yeah,
it
was
so good,
really good. And then some kind of jambalaya thing, like
it was like sausage and shrimp and
then a sausage thing, and then and then rice, and dude, it was so fucking good.
So good.
But yeah, no, it was so much fucking fun, and like really, I mean, it was that kind of thing of like when we were leaving, I was just like, do you see why this is? Like, I just prefer this demographic of people. It was way more fun. And then like the second they kind of because we definitely got stares when we went in. I mean, we were literally the only two white people there. And then
in fact, we were also the third and fourth people to show up to the party.
Yes, yeah, we were the first.
We show up at 4:30, half an hour after it started, and we're the fourth people there, like the third and fourth people there.
It was us and the old ladies. And,
the grandmas.
I think once we like started to compliment, like you got tons of compliments on your outfit.
You know, it was because we were wearing all white. We looked great.
We went thrift shopping, yeah. Like, and we actually did pretty well.
We lucked out.
Yeah. Because it's very hard to find white pants, like for males, like really hard.
Absolutely. I mean, I wore women's pants, but I think you ended up finding some like trousers that had like a cool pleat.
Yeah, they were like these linen pants that were fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was fantastic. So like we lucked out on our outfits, and I ended up wearing just like white jeans that were like white jean joggers. They had like the elastic band at the ankle, which was very nice because if they were too long or too short, I'd have to alter them, and I don't fucking want to do that. Your pants fit you perfectly too, but my shirt was just a plain white shirt. But I was like, this is so boring, so I added some silver collar tips to the end, like the little metal pins that go on the ends of your collar. They're very like Western, and you were wearing like a Western shirt with like a a yoke with piping on it. It's really good. It's really cool.
I only got pictures of you. I don't think we.
Oh
we
shoot,
got,
we didn't take any pictures.
I think that
we have pictures.
Juanita has both of us. Yeah. Brand says color people time. Yeah, like color people time did happen. So
what is that? Why is that?
It's what Meredith's daughter was joking about, because we were all trying to guess like when Juanita would actually show up.
Yeah.
Because like it was about 3:30 and we were walking the dogs. We were already dressed up, and Juanita, it was like a vow renewal party. Is like really what it was about. She was still like in pajamas basically.
Good to see you too, Evie.
Like she was still in pajamas, and then she's like, "These motherfucking hoes are supposed to come out and help me. They're not doing shit." And then
they're late.
And then we're like, "Can we help you?" And she's like, "No, it's their fucking fault." Yeah. And so we were like, again, the first ones there, but then it was because we were there.
We live around the corner, so
exactly.
we could walk there at any time.
Yeah.
We ended up, so we walked the dogs at like 3:30 to 4 o'clock. We passed by their house, see nobody there. They're setting up like the catering table and stuff. And we're like, do we just go home? We came home for half an hour.
Yeah, just to kind of sit.
So we were half an hour late.
Yeah. And
every table was open.
Every table. Well, I mean, I kind of knew it would happen. I mean, considering like even beyond like that like CP time, but it was also just this thing of like, it was I mean there was when we saw the main guest of the event like not even close to being ready. Plus, like the hair hadn't happened, the makeup hadn't happened. So I was just like, wow, this is gonna take a long time. Considering like when. There's like a stark difference between, because I've seen her both in super casual attire, like when we met them for the first time, and then also really done up, and I'm like, this is a fucking 2-hour production that like
no
goes into
kidding,
this.
yeah.
And she looked fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Her sister Meredith, the one that we also that like hosted at her house, she's a lesbian and like just shaved head, dyed red, like her makeup still took fucking forever.
I know, yeah. I mean, she looked fantastic.
They all did. Everybody did. Like, and then. I think it was nice because even though we weren't the only people there that didn't know people, like know everybody. So we met, I think, the most strikingly beautiful woman I've seen in probably like years. She was probably taller than me, like over 6 foot.
Yeah, she was over 6 foot for sure.
Like had sort of like she had the sides of her head shaved and then
like a coiffed white.
Yeah,
like platinum white.
And she was wearing by far the sexiest outfit out of
anybody
there.
Yeah.
And then she had this boyfriend that was kind of like Kevin Hart-esque, like really small in comparison to her, and also very
jovial and
already.
Drunk,
yeah. But super fucking lovely. And so she was. I could tell that she was grateful that we started to talk to her immediately. And then when I was coming in and out, she was like, she kept grabbing me and hugging me and stuff. And then, by the end of it, it's like, because then going up to the cooks who were all kind of frantic trying to cook and seemed kind of unfriendly when I said the food was good. They were instantly my fucking buddies. It was just like, boom. And then we started to talk about Long Beach. And it was funny because they were talking about how much this area has changed. And it's, like, it's not as rough as it used to be. And then I said, I used to live in Belmont Heights, which is kind of the wealthier area. And they said, where did you used to live, Sean? And you're like, North Long Beach. They're like, oh,
they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing there?
And it's still a shithole up there.
It is, yeah. That area, that one's, because there's not really like a desirable sort of thing to change it. So like this area, again, there is like a desire and money that is sort of coming in. But yeah, dude, it was so much fucking fun. And we stayed till last call and gave all of our love yous to the host and hostess and with the mostest.
Yeah.
But
it was really fun.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it truly, and like the DJ was fucking great. So we paid $35. We ate so much fucking food, and I probably had 10 cocktails, easily, for free. It was like all like for free, but I mean, really, that whole day was so fucking worth it. It was just like totally fun, and just literally around the corner. And they throw these kinds of parties all the time, which is it's good people to know. And dude, just like a way like. Politics didn't come up, like nothing, like none of this shit came up. Like, and what was cool too is like being the absolute minority of the whole group. Like I think they kind of respected that we did just show up and we didn't fail.
We stayed the whole time.
We stayed the whole time because we were having a lot of fun. But it really was this sort of thing of like, God damn it, man! Like when you go to these like art school parties, like where there's like 1 or 2 black kids in the whole thing, and then everything is about justice and race and Biden, and it's just like. Then you go to something like this where everyone's like kind of quasi poor and like, well, poor-ish, like not like high income people, and like they don't have time for any of that stupid shit, And so it was just like, we're here to party, let's fucking party and do the fucking again. And like I walk in, they're playing Stevie Wonder and shit. I'm like, I am home.
And I think like the big thing for me is like I've never really had like a relationship with my neighbors.
Yeah.
So it's surprising to like, I mean, especially in a place like Belmont Heights where like you didn't talk to anybody
They
there.
all hide, yeah. Like,
They all hide. They're protecting their hoard.
Yes, yeah.
Where here it's like everybody kind of shares it, or it feels that way with the friends we've met.
It's true, and I mean, like you've seen it, like you know, we've moved here when we like lived together, obviously, or like we moved in with each other, and like you've seen kind of how social I can be, which is like how we really ended up at that party, you know. But you also know how much I don't like being social when I'm in a situation that I don't enjoy. Like you've seen that too, where I either love it or I hate it. It's totally dependent upon the person that I'm talking to. If they bug me or do something, I'm just like, I'm out.
Yeah, totally.
And but yeah, I mean, I didn't talk to a single person there I didn't like. I mean, it was everyone was so fucking cool. So yeah, so that was the white party. It was a lot of fun.
It was fantastic.
And what's cool too is like, you know, I think it, like, you know, it's funny because so much of ingratiating yourself, and I learned this like living in the South, like in a primarily like black community there, was like you make jokes about each other and like what's different, because then that kind of then brings a commonality to the experience, because who gives a shit? I really don't care.
Right.
Like, and that's I think I even said something about that to Meredith about like, I'd rather, I'm more like, I think when she was worried that she didn't sort of ingratiate us enough, and I'm like, I don't really like, obviously we see differences, like the colorblind thing is whatever, but it's more just like, it's more, what do we have in common? And we were like, I really enjoyed talking to and hanging out and dancing with everybody that was there. So it's like that really was what was important to me. It was fucking fun. Oh, and also too, like you took the risk with a joke that was fantastic.
I think I was a little tipsy, so it came out.
Yeah,
but I mean, yeah.
So yeah, the
star of the party comes over to our table and it's like.
And she's like, yeah, those hoes over there.
Yeah, those hoes over there are the ones who didn't show up on time. And I'm like, oh, these are the hoes?
Dude, she laughed harder than I'd seen her laugh at the whole party. Like, she was so pleased to hear you.
It's probably
make
the
that
quickest I've ever said anything
like that. It was so, and it was so fun to see you do that, just because like it proved to me, like, even though you were tipsy or whatever, that you were.
And she was pointing at like older women, like 50 to 60-year-old women in like church hats.
And that's the thing, right? Like, because like even if you had said it to them or they'd heard you, they would have laughed too. Like, that's what makes it fun. It's like they know it's all funny. And we're all teasing each other. And so, but yeah, you snapped into that joke so fast, and I was so proud of you, just because it's like, even though you were tipsy, I could tell that like you were totally comfortable in the situation, and like knew you could let that fly and it would make them laugh. And I think it elicited the loudest laugh I heard out of Juanita the whole night.
Yeah.
So good.
It was a lot of fun.
So yeah, so that was a week ago, and then last night, well, yesterday rather.
Yeah, yesterday.
I asked John if he wanted to do mushrooms, and we did.
Yeah, we did. We just sauteed some mushrooms. That's it. Simple Friday. No, we had a nice day of just like, it was the first time I had ever done that.
Yeah, I know, and it was like one of the, I do want you to sort of like experience the shows, the dissociatives. Like, they're so harmless, and also kind of just, well, I mean, like, you can describe your experience on it, but like it was funny because so we were both in here, like we were both. Like, I was doing stuff on the computer over here, and then Sean was gaming on his computer, and I felt it, like, because I chopped them up pretty finely, and then put it in applesauce for us to eat, and like when you chop it up like that, it hits really fast.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here and I'm just like, woof, I felt the feeling immediately, and then I had to like admit to you, like, I'm high, and then you still didn't quite know what it would do to you, and so I just hear you, like, you have headphones on, you're playing your game. And I just hear you kind of laughing a lot, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, but I had to get off the computer, and I had to go in the other room. I'm like, I can't stare at this computer anymore. Yeah. And then it hit pretty aggressively. We're both laying on our couch in the living room, and I'm like, can you just put on something?
Oh my God, we watched like probably 10 or 15 different videos on horses, wild horses, toy horses, the 10 strangest horse breeds.
Yeah, and side note, we stumbled upon like a YouTube kids channel of someone doing horse like toy stuff.
It was so weird.
It's so I don't think I was too high, but I just kept saying, yeah, YouTube kids is a problem. Like, there's something really disturbing here.
Because you can make things with abandon. Like, you can post whatever you want if it's made for kids. Because it really does not get the same screening that something that is made for adults gets.
No,
you know.
No, it was bizarre. Like, and
which
like,
it should be the other way around.
So we had to hurry off of that channel really quickly.
It was it was like somebody with like little doll figurines and like horse figurines, and it was like 3 girls sitting by like a river, like a plastic river. And you could see like the person's hands moving them.
It's just some
to
adult,
like make them talk.
like,
it was an adult, yeah.
It's just weird.
Moving the dolls and stuff. It was a very strange thing to see while like the high was kicking in.
So we had to know off that channel immediately. And then Sean found a video that you watched when you got too high, which was just horses in
wild
the
horses
wild
running, slow-mo.
And then that elicited me just becoming an entertainer and telling you all these fucking crazy stories of my life. Which
Horse
was,
stories, yeah.
Dude, well, because I hate horses. I really, like, hard H, hate horses.
Yeah.
I cannot stand
also,
them.
hard H horses.
Yes. Hard H.
I hate capital
Horses.
H.
Horses.
Capital horses, yeah.
I hate them. And I know that's like a really unpopular opinion. And I have lots of those. But I don't really want my body around a giant prey animal that can be scared by anything. Like, I think they're terrifying. They're fucking really stupid. Peace and love. I love animals, truly. But horses, like, and I'm glad that horses exist, and I'm glad that they're around. But at the same time, and horses changed this whole country for sure. Yeah. We have them here because the Spanish brought them over. But at the same time, like, they scare the shit out of me. Like, I don't want my body in close proximity to horses. I don't like it. And so,
what the fuck are their feet, dude?
Yeah,
you look at their feet. That is so alien. That's not an earthling.
They're weapons though too, and it's like also too. You have to fucking shave those things down because they're
it's so gross.
Their fingernails, like they grow, and so you have to trust this fucking stupid animal will not get scared by even the most minute thing that happens in its pen while you're holding its back feet, which it can literally kick you with like 500 pounds of force. Like, it's just.
Yeah, dude. You got to take fucking giant pliers to clip out their nails. Like, the nails, like, disintegrate under the horseshoe.
Oh,
it's so gross.
Yeah,
like,
I think Del Reese is actually. I don't know. I do hate them. I don't really. I hate them because I don't really know why they're even around anymore. Like, they're only around for like a rich person hobby.
Yeah,
like,
they have no utility.
They have zero utility, and like, God bless them for what they accomplished before. The Ford T model or whatever, but it's like I don't really like riding them. I feel bad riding them. I feel like it's just like it's just and truly I think why I hate horses is because I hate horse culture, which is like you can only have a horse and ride a horse and maintain a horse if you have a fuck ton of money.
Yeah,
it's like golf. It's like a very similar kind of like weird rich person hobby. And like, look, I know you can play golf for pretty cheap, but at the same time it's like,
but you don't like, I'm sure like the part about playing golf is not, I don't know, it's interesting because like somebody like your dad who plays golf a lot goes to like the most expensive courses or whatever, and then like a lot of golf courses have like a country club too. You go there, it's more about socializing than it is. It's like it's weird like fake business networking.
Dude, totally.
Yeah. Because somebody like your dad doesn't need to network at this point in his life.
Yeah.
But he goes there to like schmooze with other rich people.
Yes. Exactly.
To just talk about their wealth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe I'm assuming.
Well,
that's what it feels like to me.
Basically, every time that he's, because he always just goes alone, and then every time he's with a group of people.
Oh, he goes alone? I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, he doesn't go. Well, he'll go with friends, but not very often. I mean, like, considering he plays like I think 3 times a week now.
Yeah. He
goes alone, and then he'll get like paired with, basically like people that are my age that he wishes I was more like. He's like, yeah, I met this guy. He's 31. I played golf with him, and he's executive
tech support
at Pfizer. It's like just some fucking stupid shit. And I'm like, good for him, dude. Like, but he like his value system is so fucked. But the horse thing and like in horse culture is like golf country club culture, where it's like it's a bunch of fucking rich people who are cosplaying as cowboys.
Yes.
And that identity is so flimsy because they're so detached from nature and reality that they think the horse identity is like a good one.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like look, dude, you have like, when you have like a gas stove, like you're not a cowboy anymore. Like, it's just, or like, flat screen TV or whatever. It's like your cowboy identity is out the fucking window. So
yeah.
Anyway, I was like laying all this shit to Sean while he was just kind of like dumbstruck on the couch.
It was so
it took
funny
me
to
so
me, though.
long. Like, well, time goes. If you haven't done mushrooms before, time goes by really slow. Like,
yeah.
You think a lot of time has passed, but it felt like I was trying to get to, because I went through this like massively long weaving story, which I kind of do anyway, but it made it even worse for me, where I was like, this will end with a horse. I promise that it will. And it felt like it took me 2 hours, but it was only about 25 minutes, I think, of me doing this.
Yeah.
And then fortunately, and then we just were both laughing so fucking hard.
It was hilarious. And while you were telling that story is when like the visual aspect of it kicked in for me. So you started to turn into like a kaleidoscope, and then like a watercolor painting, and like, it was so interesting. Though.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah,
but.
I think that like everything kind of looked Van Gogh to me. It's like everything looked very like swirly.
Yeah.
And then we ended up going in the backyard, or our deck rather.
Yeah.
And then looking at trees and everything around us was crazy, but it fell off at like the perfect point. Like I was like it seemed like by the time I started to cook dinner, which was like 8 or so. Or 7?
No. We didn't eat until like 11 p.m.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It wore off at like 10 o'clock. I
would say so.
9:30 or 10.
Which like that's the tough part about doing hallucinogens is like if you do them too late in the day, it's really hard to sleep. So then by the time you're like laying in bed and you're tired and trying to sleep, you're just like, will this wear off already, please?
Yeah.
Like I've had enough of this. But I was very pleased that your first experience with a hallucinogen was very positive.
It's really pleasant. Yeah. Next time though, we should make it so that we schedule it so we don't have to walk the dogs at our peak.
Yeah,
that was not fun.
That was really unpleasant.
I was on the verge of like, oh, this is going to become really bad.
Well, because when you're on them, you know, if you don't want to talk to people that aren't on them, and we also, again, back to the white party thing, we're so ingratiated in our neighborhood, everyone kind of knows me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my God. And like, we're having to take all these
get out of
zigzaggy
here.
tours.
Yeah.
And then I think
there was a lady or a man, I don't know, using a hose. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and it was making this funny squeaky sound.
This awful squeaking sound.
That made me laugh so. It sounded like that rubber chicken deflating, like.
Yes, I really had to keep it together.
Yeah, I was laughing so fucking hard. Fortunately, I can silently laugh, but I like literally had to cover my face because I was laughing so hard at that sound. But yeah, no, I think that next time we do it, we will definitely
like we can take it earlier in the day,
or we'll offload PETA to somebody else like for that day.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I was very pleased about it, and also like your willingness to do it. You're like, yeah, fuck yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
And then again, like acid's, it's a similar feeling. It's different, but it's similar, and like I think you could tell like when it was peaking, sort of like if you do too much of these things, sort of how it can get unpleasant. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Because like, I actually kind of teetered on that a little bit slightly. Like when I went in the living room, before you came in, I was actually closing my eyes just to sort of like level myself.
Yeah.
And then
towards the beginning, I felt like that feeling of like weightlessness, but back and forth between weightlessness and nausea, and so I was a little bit nervous it would swing towards nausea, but it wore off rather quickly.
They can make you a little like not. They can make you not feel terribly great.
Yeah.
But it's like really dependent upon who you get them from. And fortunately, the great part is we have a very convenient connection, and they're very
exactly
cheap too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
surprisingly, I'm surprised how cheap they are.
I think we got like a little less than a quarter and then split them. So I think that was kind of the right amount.
Yeah.
But you can kind of see like in other scenarios like how it'd be really fun to do them. And if your parents hear this, sorry, it was my choice.
That's okay. Whatever.
I would tell them.
We're adults.
Yeah. Speaking of your family though, like that one of our neighbors has this like little yappy dog.
Oh shit,
dude! I think I fucking really scared both Carlos and this neighbor.
Yeah,
because like I was still pretty high, and I went down the backyard. Well, I was on the.
You
deck.
Were at that point. You were still high.
Ish.
It was like midnight.
It was like a little bit of something, and the reason why I got so pissed was because this little yappy dog that they just like leave outside on their deck barks, and it makes his dogs bark downstairs. And so the night before, they were just barking and barking and barking until I went outside and told them to like shut the fuck up, and they went inside. And they listened to me, but like this dog, and so she had the dog out at fucking 12, and then I'm out on the deck here, and I'm go fucking shush, and then Carlos is like laughing, and then I go downstairs, and like literally I hoisted myself like over the gate, and I'm like, shut that fucking dog up. I got so fucking mad, and she was like, oh fuck you, man. I'm like, well, it's a dog, it barks. I'm like, well then put it inside, you stupid bitch. Like I was really, really intense. And so if some angry boyfriend comes around and tries to beat my ass, you'll probably know why.
Great. Yeah. I'll pretend I don't know you. just kidding. I'm kidding. I would take a frying pan. Tunk. Like Princess Peach.
Dunk.
Hacha! Oh, your camera just cut out for a second.
Did it? Oh, that thing's been misbehaving.
It went, I'm the star for a second.
For a second, yes.
So if it does that again, I'll just take over.
Yes, yeah.
I'll just become the new Ludwig.
Yes, exactly. The hostess with the mostess.
Let's make a little tally of how many times we'll say that today.
I've said it twice, I think.
Twice. That's 2.
Mm-hmm.
If we can make it to 3.
We're going to be in trouble. Yeah.
We're going to get flagged.
All right, what do we got on the thing?
Yeah, let's see the docket. We spent 25 minutes doing a preamble, so...
which I think was probably good. Let's see. So...
Hell yeah.
Can you tell me what the fuck is going... Like, why are they
Okay.
here?
Let me preface this. I think events like this, or this style of entertainment or promotion, started with Harry Styles' album release.
Okay.
His first one, I believe, when he released the Harry Styles self-titled album. He went on James Corden.
Okay.
And they put together this whole thing where they would stop traffic when there's a red light, dance in the crosswalk, and then when the light turns green, they get out. But they put it together like a whole production. They would bring a camera crew, like a set and everything. So for like 20 seconds while the light is red, they bring everything in. They perform 20 seconds of the song. They get out of the street.
Okay.
They decided to do it for the new Cinderella movie with Camila Cabello and James Corden.
All right, let's just let it go. Isn't it appropriate?
Oh god, this
Well, this is like also why I wonder why what he's about to do. Like, why did he think this was a good idea? Number one, he's also dressed like a fucking rat, which is so appropriate. Anyway. Oh wow. She can't sing at all, can she?
No, she's awful.
But yeah, James Corden as a rat is just so... If you're just listening, he's humping the air right now.
I'm gonna kill myself. Wow.
And he got stupid Billy Porter there.
Billy Porter's there too. I mean, God, kill me, strike me down now.
Like, I just...
There's something so disgusting about him.
I'm like, yeah.
About James Corden.
Yeah, no, agreed. I mean,
I think he's a sex pest.
Oh, dude, most certainly he's a sex pest. Or he's just gay. Like, I don't really know what his fucking deal is, but, like, he fucking bugs the shit out of me. There's, like, something about... I think because it's like he's Jimmy Fallon, but worse. So he's, like, so self-congratulatory and, like, so... He thinks he's so amusing, and then also... I have this pet peeve about foreigners talking about our politics and stuff. It really bugs the shit out of me. And everyone in England is like, we don't want him back. Please keep him, America. He sucks. Kind of like Piers Morgan, who finally fucked back off to England. They
bestowed a visa to him on our behalf.
Yeah, dude.
Like, yeah, keep him. Here's his U.S. visa. He's totally fine.
No, I really don't think anybody actually likes James Corden. I think that it's kind of like how I don't think anybody likes any of our late night hosts, actually. I think they'll pretend to, because they have, like, you know, whatever quote unquote good politics are or whatever. Yeah. But, like, considering all these shows, like, they just incessantly talk about it. But, like, so him going out and doing this flash mob thing that is embarrassing. He also produced this horrible movie, which remember we saw when we looked at the thing last weekend.
Yes. Yeah.
So this fat idiot cannot stop filleting himself. It's just like a constant sort of self-suck all the time, and I just hate him. And Camila Cabello might as well not be a person. I mean, like, who really... I think I said something similar last time. I mean, who cares? Billy Porter just makes me embarrassed to be a gay guy. And then who else we got here? I don't know. Those are the ones I can recognize.
Yeah. I doubt they got the handsome Brit to the prince of this movie to come perform this shit. He's like,
no, thank you.
No, I won't be in the States today.
No. Yeah.
They're like, hey, do you think... They just call him. They're like, hey, we might have a gig for you. And he's like, oh, no, I'm not in the States for that day. No. They're like, we didn't even tell you the day yet.
No, our love, no.
It's like, no.
I'm
sorry.
No, thank you. But yeah, speaking of horrible women.
Oh, no.
We got some prime.
Oh, wait, so I saw that tweet and I replied to it.
Oh, you did? Yeah, what'd you say?
On God, I would floor it.
Yeah, no. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, I wish it was one of those states like where you could drive over people. I think Florida like made it so you can like drive over protesters legally.
If the light is green.
So like, I mean, James Corden in a rat suit humping the air.
That's assault.
I would feel like I'm threatened. Yeah, so I would definitely floor it.
Yeah, that's trauma.
It's trauma.
That triggers trauma for me.
It is weird.
I am gonna run over my abuser.
It is weird that was the move that he went for, was humping the air in a rat suit. It's
so gross.
He's the most disgusting person. I hate him. But yeah, Demi Lovato, who by the way is in ISIS K. I don't know if you guys knew this.
How do we know this? Who released this?
Well, she's a
Katie Halper.
ISIS K. She's an ISIS K plant, and we'll talk about ISIS K. It's like funny. It's like, well, there's really not much to say. It's like basically this terrorist attack that happened in Afghanistan that Demi Lovato was responsible for.
Yeah.
Because she planned and organized the whole thing that killed about 11 people.
Yeah.
It's like this new ISIS K thing, which is like, it's like the region they're from is the K. It's not Kabul. It's like some other region. And I'm waiting for ISIS Delta variant. I think that's the one I'm like really looking forward to. Or I don't know, ISIS Delta, ISIS Gamma,
ISIS Sigma,
Ligma,
ISIS Ligma.
Yeah, ISIS Lig my balls. Yeah, so it's just whatever. So Demi Lovato was responsible for that terrorist attack in Kabul, and here's her response to it.
No, context. She's interviewing Bretman Rock.
I don't know who this is. Do you know?
He's a makeup influencer. But the thing is, he did fuck off to like Hawaii, and he now lives there and owns like a house there, or something. Okay. So like he's not here anymore. Well, he's gone. Good. But he fucked off, and I think that's Bretman Rock who fucked off and he got like super ripped. So good for him. He's fine. But he's like in this clip, he also regurgitates a joke that's like not his. So
okay. Well, you can explain after I play it. I guess.
Let's go into it.
So, in what ways do you challenge that hyper masculine part of your name?
But Brett, oh my God! First of all, what kind of mother carries a child for 9 months, looks at him, and he looks like a Bretman Rock girl? Anyway, that's a different story for my mom. But I'm like, do I look like a fucking Bretman Rock to you? I feel like I look like a Josh.
Oh my God, I can see Josh.
Right? Like what?
Or like a Xander.
So I couldn't turn that down. Sorry, I don't know how to do that on Instagram. She again.
I need a bath.
Well, and I think that she is just such a fake person because she has to infiltrate the United States with her ISIS K ideas. Yeah. So Demi Lovato is a national
crisis K.
A total a crisis with a K.
She is a crisis K. Yeah.
She is just an endless fountain of content. She is just so fucking good.
I really don't like her. She also recently got in trouble for saying that she one day may become trans.
Dude.
She said in some like confessional video.
As much as like
I don't know, maybe I'll be trans one day.
So I mean, okay, as much as like she's a fucking just like the amount of psyop going on in terms of and like manufactured consent over we have to care about her every feeling. What is like, how far of a stretch is it to say that she's an ISIS K?
I think she would be. I don't think she would join an organization that is not led by her. I think she would have to start an organization.
I think she did.
She started ISIS K.
Yeah. So and I think that we've on the Fruit Basket have had our finger on the pulse. If like we've been telling you, everybody that listens to this podcast, that she's a fucking problem. And then suddenly, like, we kept warning about it. Like, we kept warning about this person, Demi Lovato, and then all of a sudden, there's a, like, this Afghanistan withdrawal was going pretty well, and then all of a sudden, Demi Lovato's ISIS K chose to...
Seems like a coincidence, but it's not.
Yeah, and she manufactured consent into some guy to suicide bomb himself, so...
Okay, so I'm about to turn into a real fucking dumbass, but, like, I thought we were fighting the Taliban.
It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, like.
But now ISIS K has to have a little slice of the pie.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they just basically like we invent.
What's the difference?
We invent new regimes all the time. So like who do you after 9/11? Who do you think? What's the terrorist organization that attacked us?
Wait, sorry. Repeat the question.
After 9/11, like who attacked us on 9/11? What terrorist organization?
I don't know.
Al Qaeda.
Al Qaeda.
And did we ever? So then that wasn't really convenient anymore. And like
Say
just this idea, BISIS, yeah. Just this idea. Then we were like, then it was the Taliban all of a sudden, and then it was ISIS, and then now we have the ISIS Delta variant, ISIS K, led by Demi
More like
Lovato.
BISIS, you gay.
BISIS, you gay bitch. Yeah. Which she just wants to be gay so badly, but she's just probably a straight lady.
Yeah.
And it's so annoying.
She identifies so strongly with the LGBT community that she just has to be a part of it. I love her.
I love and hate her. It's like she. It's actually interesting because she is the same thing to me as Lori Lightfoot, the Menace. Lori Lightfoot is so. It's like she's so fucking funny to me because she's so unself-aware and so awful at her job, but also so smug about it.
Yeah.
So I found this video. I can't take credit for like finding this. It was actually Tim Dillon that found the. Yeah, dowry. So it was definitely Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia.
I found this video of her like when she like had the Rona Destroyer costume, like that era of Lori Lightfoot. Because like I love if you don't know anything about Lori Lightfoot, she's the mayor of Chicago. She's a lesbian that looks like Beetlejuice, and she just like you would think that if you replaced if you got a new mayor in Chicago, one of the most corrupt cities on the planet, like politically. If it was a black lesbian lady who's like 5'2", it's possible they would not act like Al Capone. But this crazy bitch like dresses in zoot suits with fedoras. Like she is totally just. It's like instead of it being like, you know, Al Capone with two like white muscly goons on each side, she just has like two Suge Knights. It's just the same shit again. Like and so anyway, this is her Rona Destroyer era of video for Stay Home, and I just thought it was so fucking funny.
Here are a few simple messages from Mayor Lori Lightfoot to help everyone understand the stay-at-home order.
The data shows that social distancing works. Please pay attention. Stay home, save lives.
What's happening here? The baker. What's happening?
It's important to know
this
that
is her making macaroni art. This is the exact same thing.
So while this is going on and she's doing all this,
she's carving "Stay Home" into some flour.
And I think it's cocaine.
Board.
Cocaine. So
it's a lot.
Which she's gonna probably pack up
Thousands.
and sell here shortly to one of or rather her goons will sell it for her.
That's so much.
So while this is going on, like Chicago has the highest murder rate of any. I mean, it's great. It's crazy.
Yeah,
like
they're dying.
Chicago's a mess. But anyway, so she's gonna make this little cute video because she's a menace.
Here's what's up. If I make this shot, you gotta stay home.
How many takes did this require?
0.
You gotta be kidding me. That is so awful.
Debbie, getting your roots done is not essential.
Keep in mind.
Whoa, you see this bug on me?
Ooh, that's like
what the fuck is that?
It's a little praying mantis bug?
It looks like it. What the fuck? Where did you come from? You're so pretty, but I'm sorry. I can't keep you.
And put him outside?
Yeah, this is so fucking weird.
I wonder how
he's a little green boy.
Little green boy bug?
You don't see too many green boys. I don't know what you are, dude. Oh, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Hang on. Do you mind unplugging my... I just don't really have two hands to do it. Wow. Look at you. Get on my other hand.
No, I don't know what he is.
That is so strange. I'm like slowly overcoming my fear of bugs.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of bugs here. So this is what happens when you do a show live. I don't know. I've never seen a bug like that before. Interesting. Is it stuck to you?
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Get off. There you go. There you go. Finally, he got off. He got off. He jerked off onto my hand.
He jerked off.
Oh my god, sorry for that interruption. I thought it was just like a hair on my hand. I was about to shake it.
Yeah.
About to shake him off.
He wanted to hang out with you.
Yeah, but holy shit.
Yeah,
Spooky.
CIA's Agent Mantis. Well, we're protected by the Israeli Defense Force, so not worry about it. Okay,
And the Iron Dome.
so this one's funny. Like, so listen to what she says here.
Getting your roots done is not essential.
So remember that she got in trouble for getting a haircut during COVID. And she's like, well,
How the fuck?
I'm on TV all the time, so I have to get haircuts. So she's just, it's just like the menace.
Yeah,
She's such
getting your roots done is non-essential.
Dude, she is such a menace. It's so funny.
The dog doesn't need to see its friends. You can work on your jump shot inside.
What?
Apologies to all the Aries. But if you stay at home now, maybe you can celebrate with the Geminis later.
Do you see why I love her? Like it's kind of, it's the Demi Lovato thing. Like she just is kind of the same person where it's like she has no idea of anything that's going on around her, and she's got such an ego that, and she's so gay that she would make a video like this and think that it's gonna land with anybody.
Yeah. We also get to see the inside of her house.
Yes.
No. Oh no.
Just stay home. Save lives.
What was the point of that one? The motivator.
You're not bored. You're saving lives.
What?
What's more important, saving lives or getting a pedicure? It's cold out. Nobody's gonna see your toes.
What the fuck? The decorator. What the fuck is happening?
What am I doing? Right now? Saving lives.
How many? The fan?
Tell you what, if my White Sox win, you gotta stay home.
Uribe charges throws out, and the White Sox have won the World Series.
I love her. I love her so much. She's such a menace.
Holy shit.
And I love it too because like we listened to this clip that Tucker played of like her. They recorded a phone call with her and someone who was like a not. What do they call it in Chicago? It's not boroughs, but it's like a. They have some other name for it.
I don't remember.
I can't remember,
yeah.
but like, he's like, yeah, dude, there's a fucking shooting every day here. It's a mess. And then she goes, I think this is all bullshit. And he's like, oh, politely fuck off. Like,
yeah,
like, and she's just like, no, everything's cool, everything's fine.
Yeah,
save
politely
lives.
go fuck yourself.
Hey, it's not that hard. Stay home. Save lives.
What about the?
What the fuck?
You know. This so fucking the menace is so funny to me because it's like you have literally just so much violence in our city.
Yeah,
save lives.
Save lives. That one didn't even make sense.
The realist.
The truth is, 40,000 hospitalizations will break our healthcare system. Stay home, save lives.
I think that speaks more to our healthcare system and the health of our people than it does staying home
and saving lives. While Lori Lightfoot can make a vanity video.
We are so fat.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's the biggie, right? But
that
we'll never
that our healthcare system, it either needs to get better, or rather, we need to give people healthy food, or it needs to get better so that we can house all 40,000 fat people who get COVID. Like, I'm so annoyed with videos like this, and I love her too. She's fantastic.
She's the best menace on the planet.
The best menace, yeah. But half of those did not even address anything.
No, and yeah.
Stay home, save lives. It's like that produces 10 times as many questions as it does answers.
Yes, exactly. Well, and
like,
again,
how long are we staying home?
And she didn't even do it. Like, again, she
of course
went and got a haircut.
When did this come out?
This would have been probably pretty early on. So this is March 30th, 2020. Yeah.
That bitch.
Yeah.
That dumb bitch.
So fucking good.
I hate her. I love her.
I hate her. I love her. I mean, like, it's Demi Lovato. Like, I hate and love her. Yeah. It's this really mixed relationship I have of like I hate that they are a person that exists in the world, but I love how unapologetically maniacal they are. It's so fantastic. And again, between like Demi Lovato saying that frozen yogurt is fat phobic, or Lori Lightfoot just being an absolute menace and terror of Chicago. It's the best. It's just literally the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And like I love politicians that are just so Trumpian but they don't realize it. And the thing where like Trump like did so much awful shit but he became so funny because he was so unapologetically awful. That was like a very she's in that realm for me now. It's like
for
where
sure.
she's just it's gone past like politics. She's just funny. She just makes me laugh all the time. But anyway, so I was in Northgate today talking about like trash food. Northgate's like a basically like a Latino centric grocery store. Right?
Yeah.
It's awesome. I mean, they make all fresh salsas, guacamole.
They have like a whole deli and like butchery.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's funny you're talking about fat people. Like you don't really see a thin person in Northgate. I mean,
no,
like really.
No.
And then it was funny. Like I was in there a couple weeks ago and I wanted like coconut water and it's like, oh, coconut water. They fucking add sugar to all their products there. And it's like, okay, well, here's the fucking problem. Like coconut water already has sugar in it. It already tastes good. Like you don't need to add more sugar to it. But the person who eats this garbage then gets more conditioned to just needing that taste. It's like putting cream and sugar in your coffee. Like you'll start to only want that. But if you drink coffee black, you start to get used to that and it tastes good too.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. It's like a frog in the boiling pot situation. But anyway, they had these. So we love Takis a lot. Can you explain what Takis are?
Takis are mini tortillas rolled into a tube, and then like dipped and fried in like spicy seasoning.
Mm-hmm. They're really good.
Delicious.
Really,
Trader
really
Joe's has like an off-brand Taki.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So let me find the Taki before we get into this next thing. Let me find the Taki that I found today.
Yeah.
And I would like to see if we can figure out. Whoops, it's a live photo.
It's a live
See if we
photo.
can figure out what this actually is.
So, Takis Blue Heat.
Do you think it's just normal Takis, but they made them blue?
I'm gonna go out and say that they have like a minty heat.
Ugh.
You know what? I actually a friend who
menthol
I'm actually,
Takis.
Menthol Takis. That's what they are. Menthol Takis. I have a friend who I'm actually gonna see today. Who last time I saw him, we went to go get Hot Pot, and they have so Hot Pot is like they make like stews and you dip like things that you order. So you order the 2 stews, and then you also order all the things that go inside. So you order meat, vegetables, little like fish cakes, stuff like that. And you put the stuff in there, let it sit for a few minutes, pull it out, eat it. Delicious. They had and this is a very common thing at Hot Pot, where they have a soup that is called numb and spicy soup. Very spicy, but they put these black peppercorns in there, and I forget their name, which is so upsetting because they're very good. But they put these little black peppercorns in it that are native to, I think, somewhere in Asia. And they have a numbing effect. The spiciness has an additional effect that numbs your mouth, but it has like a cooling effect too.
Interesting.
They're delicious. And like my friend who is Taiwanese, like we went to this place and it's a Chinese owned place, and the waitress comes over and starts speaking Chinese to my friend, and she's like, hey, so my friend told me what she said after. She said, don't let your white friend drink the numb and spicy soup. I was like, bitch, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah.
So good.
Hopefully, I'm going to go with you, by the way.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So hopefully we'll get to try that again.
Yeah. There might be Hot Pot at because we're going to a night market tonight. They have it this weekend. I think it's like yesterday, today, and tomorrow they have the night market.
Is he all scared of the Delta thing still? Or?
No, I talked him out of it. It was stupid. He was like, yeah, my cousin got it. I'm like, did he die? And he's like, no. I'm like, yeah, because he's probably not a massively, he's not a planet.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know, like your cousin who got it is fine and vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
If he was a planet and unvaccinated,
then we got a problem.
Then we have a problem,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, and we already talked about it. The food system that we have in place here makes people fat.
Oh, yeah. It's
fine.
By design. I mean, Del Reese said sugar is a super addictive product, perhaps even more than tobacco. Unlike crack, the damage is done internally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Brent
you
was
got to
like-
know someone to get the good stuff, and
It's
used to run
interesting too.
Taiwanese
Like
circles.
just, and I remember, Evie knows Andy probably obviously.
Oh yeah, Andy.
Yeah. So it was funny. Like he didn't know me that well, but then I just started to like have a cursory knowledge of Asian geopolitics, and he was like it's like all in.
He loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, and that's kind of the thing. But yeah, you do generally with most things, you need, most sort of, minority related food items, you have to know somebody to get like to the best spots for sure.
Yeah. If I had gone to Hot Pot alone, would not have had the same experience.
It's the thing with pho too. Like, it's so funny when like pho is so good, but it's also when you go to like white places, like white hipster places that serve it, they charge so much fucking money. It's like, dude, this is like garbage street food, and and also it's not very filling. Like you're hungry again in like 2 hours or so. It shouldn't be fucking $11. It should be like $4.
Yes.
So like,
I'm hoping this night market is kind of like that. He says like the food is overpriced, but I don't know. We'll see. It's probably like little things that are like $5-6 here and there.
It'll be an experience either way. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
And I asked him like, is there like additional shopping you can do, like clothes shopping? He said maybe there might be a little bit, but I haven't been in 4 years.
Oh, all right.
So
well, we'll all,
it's like
we'll all
a first
experience
for all of
something.
us. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so back to Blue Talkies.
Yeah, Blue Talkies, Blue Heat. I'm sure they have that numb and spicy effect to them.
So I'm menthol Talkies. I'm sure it's
menthol Talkies,
something like that. But
speaking of Asian geopolitics,
oops.
This is so this is not new. This has been around for a while.
So I found the Sonic curry thing, and then I sent you an image of it, and you said it would make my shits blue.
Yes.
And then this article says
Sega is selling a Sonic themed curry which turns your poo blue.
What like I'm trying to, is it like Asian markets? Like, is this why they're doing this, or like
this? I mean, this was exclusive to Japan. I think in 2018, but to me, it strikes me as something that came out a very long time ago.
It does to me too.
know?
It just seems like such a. It looked gross.
The article is dated 2018.
Let me see if I can. They have a picture of it. Oh, they have a video. Great. Okay,
yeah,
so let's
dude.
Go ahead and.
That's a picture. The yellow plate with the Sonic head.
Oh yeah, there we go.
That's rice, like ground beef or ground pork,
That might
and
be
the
peanuts.
blue curry. Might be peanuts, yeah.
And then the seaweed for the eyes.
Seaweed for the eyes, nose, and mouth. Incredible, dude.
So let's go ahead.
All right, ever thought your curry needed spicing up or even speeding up? Well, thanks to Sega, you can now enjoy a Sonic-themed curry, which is sure to give you the runs pretty quickly. Yep, that's right. Everyone's favorite hedgehog has been made into a weird blue curry, and it comes with the added bonus of giving you exotic colored poo. You'd have to visit Japan to try this, however, which is where Sega and Geek Life have decided to flog the novelty dish.
Damn, boy, were you just frying chicken in there?
For real, though.
You piss loud as fuck. I think that's pretty cool.
That's Rouge the Bat, by the way.
Yeah, she's the Sonic character, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big busty Rouge the Bat.
Okay.
The packet, which cleverly mimics the original Mega Drive box art, only includes the blue curry sauce. So you'll have to find some white rice and brownish, some kind of meat, food to make the rest of his face. The example picture shows his eye and nose detail being made from seaweed, but I don't have a clue what the bottom half of Sonic's face is made with. The curry is actually supposed to taste decent, boasting a creamy beef flavor, but it's what it does to you over the next couple of days, which is pretty scary. One brave YouTuber who goes by the name of Retrocore did a kind of taste test in 4K glory and found out the hard way. Don't worry, no blue turds are shown in the process. Yeah, let's see it made.
So we're going to try and recreate this Sonic face, and you know it's gonna take.
So I think he makes beef to go with it, ground beef.
And he microwaves the Sonic curry.
Yeah. Oh, in the box.
What a weeb! He has a Japanese microwave.
I think he's in Japan.
Oh, okay.
I think he has an accent that is not American.
Let's see how that works out.
It sounds like English, and it's weird.
Maybe, yeah.
It smells pretty nice.
Ew.
Okay, yeah, it's telling you be careful. It is hot.
Maybe it is English.
Baby up.
Oh, is that broccoli?
You can see it's blue.
Your plating is awful,
seaweed.
dude. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is seaweed. Your plating.
Jesus Christ, that looks
Oh my God, he tried to make the face. Do you see that?
I like that. Hang on, listen to what he says.
Oh my God.
Hang on.
That looks rancid. Oh, Jesus Christ, that looks terrible.
Yeah, it does look terrible. I think he is British.
Taste it, haven't I?
Oh god, it looks so gross. It's so bright blue.
Very gooey. Smells like beef curry. Okay.
Oh.
Actually very creamy.
Oh my god.
Beef.
Oh my god, he feeds it to his son.
Let's see what he thinks. Okay, so he's gonna try the sonic curry now. And if you don't want to see something disgusting, just look what it does to your tongue. Look at this.
Oh my god.
Anyway, his sonic looks
I
a bit
wanted
better
to
than
rub
mine.
all
Let's
over
have a
my
quick
blue
look at that.
tongue.
Still looks awful, but
It does look awful.
It looks so gross.
Right, man. Are you ready to try the sonic?
This is so evil. Yeah.
Thing. Maybe you might just puke it all over the place.
Ugh.
Isn't this like supposed to be for kids? Like it just like looks just atrocious.
I mean, yeah. It's like a kid's thing.
You should really like only make desserts
Blue.
blue like this.
Try it. Eat it. Eat my blue fucking piss.
Tastes like tastes like beef curry, doesn't it? That's the
Oh
sound.
my
Gross.
god.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love the way my shit tastes.
Swallow Sonic's load. All right. His description states, I can tell you one thing though. 2 days after eating it, my poop was blue for a whole day and then
my
some.
God.
Talk about a what the fuck moment. In the comments, he continued, I was a bit unsure that I really wanted to put that stuff into my mouth. It made my tongue and teeth blue and even turned my poop blue 2 days later.
Yeah, so gross. Not only that, but also turning the toilet water blue. I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah.
What's scary is that stuff was inside my stomach for 2 days before it came out. So is the inside of my stomach also blue. Even worse is that it took 4 trips to the toilet before the blue had gone. Thanks for the test run, Retro. As stated, the curry is only available in Japan, so thank the heavens I don't have to poo blue, because if it was in the UK, I know my curiosity would get the better of me. Would you like to try it? Let us know.
No, thank you.
No, absolutely not. Although if I were in Japan, maybe I would.
Maybe.
I think like when in Rome, you do
That's
that.
no good.
It's my favorite little guitar strum.
Yeah, I mean that Sonic is forever a part of our podcast. He's in our theme song.
That's my poo.
That's your poo that I made blue. All right, I'm out of shit.
You're out of shit. Oh, holy shit! We made it to a whole fucking hour.
Yeah, and I made another remix of a song. I attached it to the outro. With the footage I did. Just horrible, going through horrible riot footage.
Oh my
over
god.
The decades.
Yeah, horrible riot footage.
And so yeah, that's.
If you want, yeah, let's end it on a black pill note.
Yeah, on a black
Go from
pill
blue
note.
to black.
Just humans at their absolute fucking worst. Anyway.
Oh yeah, brother.
We love you all. We'll see you next weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh,